Alright, hey guys, so the Steam Halloween sale has begun and it only lasts a few days, so I sort of feel obligated to make a recommendation list of some of my favorite horror games, but keep in mind most of the Steam store is on sale, so this is a fantastic time to pick up any game that may be on your wish list. For example, on the front page here you can see the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year edition is only $20. That's a fantastic deal, and if you scroll down further you can see a bunch of other games on the top seller list that are currently on sale. But I'm going to be focusing more on horror games because it's close to Halloween. Before I get into it, I do want to mention that before you buy anything on Steam, you might want to check out the Humble store. Generally, they have better prices, and if you are a Humble monthly subscriber, you get an additional 10% off, and they also give you 5% cash back. So if I decided to purchase this game here, it says that I'll get 50 cents back, which is in the form of credit, which I can use for a future purchase. So you're technically getting like 15% off the already high sale prices that are currently going on, which I think is fantastic. And you can also use my referral link in the description below to help support me in this channel. And I think I'll get like 5% of your purchase or something like that. So now to quickly go through my recommendations. First of all, if you click on the top of the Steam store, you'll be sent to a page with a bunch of horror games. There's a lot of fantastic games here like Prey, The Evil Within, Alien Isolation, Dying Light, and so forth. But I'm going to be focusing on games that are a little bit lower in price, under $10, and games that I've had experience with in the past. First of all, Slender The Arrival, you can pick it up for $1.49, extremely cheap. And some of you may be thinking, oh no, not another shitty Slenderman game, but this game is actually pretty good. It is very atmospheric, very creepy, and there's quite a few jump scares, and it is very like terrifying at times. There's multiple levels, plenty of content, and it's really worthwhile. So next I want to focus on some of my favorite horror games of all time. These are more or less classics. First up we have Dead Space. This is a sci-fi horror game that takes place on a space station. There is a virus that has broken out that has turned everyone into these mutant-like zombie creatures. The gameplay is excellent, the atmosphere is excellent, everything about the game is great. It's one of the few horror games that I've actually played through from start to finish, and I've enjoyed almost every minute of it. So you can pick it up for $5. You can also pick up Dead Space 2 for $5, and I think Dead Space 3 is $10 over at Origin. Next up we have Resident Evil 4. Absolutely loved Resident Evil 4. The controls are pretty terrible. It's one of the things that prevents people from getting into the series, but I think once you get over the controls, you'll start to realize that the way they have the controls set up makes the game more challenging, and it makes each encounter a little bit more terrifying, and that's what I think really improved the gameplay of Resident Evil 4, and I just really enjoyed the story and everything about it. So you can pick this up for $5 as well. Next we have a game called Sombre. This is another terrifying game. Basically I would say it's a mix between Dead Space and BioShock. It takes place underwater under the Atlantic Ocean in some sort of like military base, but things have gone very, very wrong. There's all sorts of these like creepy like machine-like creatures that are like hunting you down, and it's a really strange storyline, but the experience is fantastic, so I would highly recommend Soma. You can pick it up for $5.99. And then we have Alan Wake. A lot of people have praised this game, so I thought I'd just put it on this list because it was recently removed from Steam, but they brought it back and you can pick it up for $3, and I thought it was a great price. I played through the very beginning of Alan Wake, but I never got through the entire game, but I've just heard it's a great story-driven experience. So next I want to mention a couple multiplayer games. First of all, we have Killing Floor 2, which is a 6-player multiplayer zombie survival horde-based game where you're fighting wave after wave of zombies, and there's various bosses, and it's just very well made. There's different classes, lots of different weapons, and you can level up the classes, and there's just endless amounts of replayability. Some people have played this for hundreds of hours, and I think you can pick it up for under $10, so it's $9.89, which is a fantastic deal. Then there's Zombie Army Trilogy. This was made by the same people who created the Sniper Elite series. It's a third-person zombie survival game that I think you play with up to 4 people online in co-op. It's a great game overall, especially if you're into like Call of Duty, not Nazi zombies, but this one is in third person. So you can pick this up for $8.99, and it does come with 3 separate campaigns, so there really is a lot of content. And then I can't help but mention the Outlast series. You can pick up Outlast 2 for $7.50, and you can pick up the first Outlast for $4, but if you're looking for a truly horrifying, truly scary experience, I definitely recommend checking out Outlast 1 and 2. Then we have a game called Layers of Fear. This has been given away for free a couple times through Humble Bundle. I think it was given away for free on Steam at one point, but I thought it was a fantastic game. Basically, you're going through a haunted mansion. The rooms keep changing. It's more of a psychological thriller. There's various creatures all about. There's some jump scares. There's all sorts of crazy things that happen in this mansion. So you can pick up Layers of Fear for $5, which I think is a great deal. And then as my 10th and final pick, I wanted to choose something that really wasn't that scary. There's a game called Sombre that came out not too long ago, but it's a pretty interesting game. Basically, you are underground in a cavern. You don't have any sources of light, so you have to use this little scanner to scan your surroundings to create the environments, which I think is really interesting. It's very experimental, but I really enjoyed the game overall, and it is very atmospheric, and it does have like a creepy vibe to it, even though you're not really getting hunted down, or there's not really any horror elements to the game besides it just feeling creepy. But I thought it was a great game. It is only like a 2-hour experience, but you can pick it up for $1.49, which is a great deal. And one last mention, this isn't a horror game, but I thought it was a great deal. You can pick up Superflight for 75% off. It's just 74 cents. This has overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's an indie game where you're flying at very high speeds through these procedurally generated mountainscapes. It's a really fun, very relaxing experience, and I highly recommend picking up Superflight. And I just thought I'd throw that in there just because it's a great deal. So that's pretty much it for this video. Again, I do encourage you to use my referral link if you decide to pick up anything on the Humble store. Let me know what you guys think about the Halloween sale, and I do encourage you to check out the other sales that are currently going on. If you want to find some other deals, just scroll down and you'll see a box with like top sellers or specials. And you can click on global top sellers, or you can scroll down to where it says under $5 or under $10. This is a great way to find some great games for a low price, and there's a bunch of great games listed here. So there's a ton of games that are on sale. You might as well pick something up for Halloween, and that's about it. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.